My phone vibrated at 6:12 a.m. 71 missed calls, all from her. I let it ring again and again. I was standing on the balcony of my villa in Switzerland, watching the mist roll over Lake Geneva like a slow confession. The Alps stood behind me, silent, ancient, unmoved. Unlike her. The first message had come 2 days earlier. "If you want to join Thanksgiving, come wash the dishes." She had laughed when she said it. My daughter-in-law. Speakerphone on. My son in the background, quiet as usual. Wash the dishes. In my own son's house. A house I had helped pay for. I remember staring at the wall while she spoke. Not angry, just attentive. There's a tone greedy people use when they believe you need them. She thought I needed Thanksgiving more than my dignity. I replied with one word. Enjoy. Then I posted the photographs. The villa. The marble floors. The infinity pool overlooking white-capped mountains. The wine cellar. The caption was simple. Spending the holidays in Switzerland? And now my phone would not stop ringing. 72. 73. I sipped my espresso. Silence tastes better than humiliation. It hadn't started with Switzerland. It started with small things, subtle exclusions. Family dinners where I was told the time wrong. Holidays where my seat was suddenly needed for someone else. She orchestrated it gently, with smiles, always smiling. My son used to call me every Sunday. After she arrived, the calls thinned, then stopped. She feels uncomfortable, he once admitted quietly. She thinks you judge her. Judge her? I had financed their wedding, paid their down payment, covered their medical bills when their first child was born. I never judged her. I observed her. There's a difference. She spent money like oxygen was running out. Designer bags, luxury spas, investments. Yet somehow they were always tight this month. And somehow I was always the solution. Then came the ultimatum. If you want to be part of this family, she said over the phone, voice sharp as broken glass, you need to contribute more, emotionally, practically. Maybe help around the house instead of just showing up. Wash the dishes. I understood then. This wasn't about contribution. It was about control. She didn't want a father-in-law. She wanted leverage. And she assumed I was too sentimental to walk away. That was her first mistake. I stopped reacting. That unsettles people more than anger. I began observing quietly. My son's bank transfers, the urgent financial emergencies, the renovations that never seemed finished. Every time they claimed hardship, her social media bloomed with new purchases. Hermès, Cartier, weekend retreats. I said nothing. Instead, I invited them to handle their own expenses, gradually, softly. No problem, I'd say. You're independent now. Her tone changed, sharpened. The calls returned. Then the manipulation. You're isolating your own grandchildren. You're punishing us. No, I was measuring. One afternoon, a mutual acquaintance mentioned something casually. She's been telling people you can't afford to help anymore, that you're struggling. Struggling. I almost laughed. The woman who demanded I wash dishes was telling people I was financially irrelevant. Interesting strategy. So I decided to correct the narrative. Not with arguments, with architecture. I finalized the purchase of the Swiss property quietly. I had been considering it for years. Now it served a second purpose. I transferred certain assets, restructured holdings, placed everything beyond emotional blackmail. Then I waited. Greed always surfaces when supply disappears. The confrontation wasn't loud. It happened during a family gathering, before Switzerland, before the photographs. She was explaining dramatically how difficult things had become, how much we've sacrificed, how much she had supported me emotionally. Supported me. I placed a thin folder on the table, not slammed. Placed. Inside were bank summaries, receipts, transfers, the total amount. I had given them over 5 years. A number large enough to silence a room. I didn't look at her. I looked at my son. I will not be contributing further, I said calmly. You're both capable adults. She went pale, then red. You're embarrassing us. No, I replied. I'm clarifying. Her voice rose. Mine did not. That's when I saw it. Fear. Not of losing me, of losing access. That was the truth. And it felt clean. When she told me to wash the dishes, she believed she had reduced me, a small man craving inclusion. So I gave her exactly what she thought I was. Silent. Detached. Gone. The villa photos were not accidental. The angles were deliberate. The lighting perfect. The mountains unapologetic. I let the world see what she had dismissed. The calls began within minutes. Voicemail after voicemail. We didn't know. You should have told us. Why would you hide this? Because wealth is quiet, and entitlement is loud. My son finally texted. She's upset. She feels humiliated. Humiliated. The word echoed beautifully. I typed slowly. Enjoy Thanksgiving. Then I turned my phone off. Not in anger. In completion. People assume revenge is explosive. It isn't. It's subtraction. I did not shout. I did not insult her. I did not defend myself. I removed the supply. The invitation stopped. The demand stopped. The superiority stopped. 71 calls reduced to silence. I watch the snow gather now on the edges of the balcony. The lake is still, the air thin and honest. I don't hate her. Hate requires attachment. She wanted hierarchy. She wanted dependency. She wanted me beneath her sink, sleeves rolled up. Instead, she saw the Alps and understood something too late. Some men do not beg for a seat at the table. They buy their own and close the door.